Yasin Betty Mali, Saso Figa Gada, Baby Unga Hambi.
Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the Nothing But Football podcast. We weren't able to record last week, but you know we got you. We still held you over and we're back. With me, I've got my friends and fellow football enthusiasts. Let's get into it. On my far right there, I've got Uncle Curtis. What up, Uncle Curtis?
It's all good. How you guys doing?
Uh-huh. And to my immediate, I know he missed it. I'm going to get back to him now. And to my immediate right, I've got Mr. Potion.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you guys had a good week or good 2 weeks. And yeah, let's get going.
Well, what the sneaky bastard sneaking on?
I don't know.
Lucas. I'm waiting for Chris's beauty tips.
There's no beauty tips.
That's my favorite segment.
There's no beauty tips this week. No, not this week. I'll got you guys next week.
Away. All right, so let's get into it. So we missed a few games. So we're gonna gloss over the games a little bit there. But let's just get into it in terms of the games we missed. Let's start with the champions elect, Manchester City. So they beat Southampton 5-2 and then Fulham 3-0. Just getting straight into that, Mr. Poe. How are you feeling about Manchester City?
Another great performance from City. You can't really fault them.
Both games.
Like they champions doing champion things.
Yeah.
So good work from them. Besides the Southampton 2 goals that they conceded, I think City looked perfect as normal. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. You know, anything can happen in the season. So, but from those 2 games, City's had a good week. So kudos to them.
Uncle Curtis, lots of W's in City's recent.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot. You can't even keep up with those W's, dog. It's like City are doing well. What can you say? I think what will help is that he's got a Champions League coming up, but he has such a heavy lead that I think this year might be City's best chance to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
And I think Pep is going to start concentrating on that very soon, especially since he has Borussia Dortmund in the next round. So
yeah,
we'll see how he does in the Premier League. But when you got that lead, you're not losing the league title with 9 games to go.
Yeah.
You're not losing it.
Like, one thing I'll have to retract. I'm not sure yet. But it looks like Gundogan's still going on the purple patch.
Yeah. Let's
give that to him. I said that we'll have to see how the games keep going. But so far he's putting in a strong performance to be considered player of the season. So
that's strong.
No, that's
player of the season.
Not player of the season. In the team of the season.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I messed up my
No worries. No worries. All right, man. And then last season's champions, Liverpool, since we last recorded, they've only played 1 game in the league. And they got back to winning ways at Wolves. Well, away. I think the losing run was mostly at Anfield, but a win is a win, right?
A win's a win, but yeah.
You gotta take it how it comes.
Yeah. Also, their best chance is Champions League football to win that cup. Because, they're looking dodgy with home form, but we'll see. We'll see how they go.
Writing them off for top 4? You just said their best chance is winning the Champions League.
They're inconsistent still. They still haven't fixed the home patch dip, so I'm kind of writing them off. Where are they sitting currently? Like 6th, maybe?
I think they're 6th. They're not too far off it. Let me just have a look here.
I think you might be wrong. They're 7th.
They're 7th.
Because of last night's games. Tottenham actually jumped them.
Yeah. So you see,
46 to 51. So 5 points off the top 4.
Yeah, for off the simple fact that I wrote Tottenham's top 4 chances off. I can't give Liverpool the benefit of the doubt after they just jumped them. So I also have to write off Liverpool's top 4 hopes.
All right. Mr. Poe?
To tell you the truth,
resurgence.
Good news for them is that Diogo Jota's back.
Yeah.
So hopefully he sorts out that, inconsistency in the team. But top 4, it's still uncertain. I mean, who's above them? It's Tottenham, it's West Ham, Chelsea. We'll count Leicester, but Leicester I think might be a little bit far ahead. So it'll be Chelsea, West Ham, and Tottenham who are in the closer vision in terms of jumping over them.
Yeah.
So that'll be a hard task, but I don't think Liverpool can do it.
Then do we still rate Klopp as being a good manager if he finishes outside Champions League spots? And
100%.
He won the league. Circumstances.
100%.
Yeah, he won the league.
I'm just starting the conversation so the agenda can start.
Who would you still consider him a...
No, he's
like your opinion might be different.
No, he's a good manager, but I'll just say that Premier League trophy was a bit of luck.
Was a bit of luck.
Yeah.
They wanted so many points clear and killed that league last year.
Yeah, Leicester won it too, so it's one trophy in 30 years still, so.
Yeah.
Okay,
fair enough. Alright,
strong statement.
It's a very strong statement. I think we will have to unpack that at some point, right?
Because you know what's going to happen?
What?
If he doesn't finish in the Champions League football, some idiots are going to think it's going to be a good idea to hire Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard is going to get there and finish outside of Champions League football again.
Yeah.
And then there'll be 2 seasons of them being outside of the Champions League. They're like, meh.
If they fire Klopp because of the season he's had now, I think Liverpool would be very ungrateful.
Yes,
what Klopp has done for them. So I think it's still a bit too early to write off Klopp. I think show him respect because he won them a trophy.
Yeah.
And he needs to stay there and maybe try again next season. This season wasn't for him, due to many complications. Yeah. Like it was an out of the ordinary season. So I think if he was to get fired, it would be disrespect. And Liverpool,
stupid.
Yes, it would be very stupid.
But I want him to get fired.
You want the story.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying, if Liverpool listens to the hype of other people.
Yeah.
And they hire Gerrard. I feel nothing for them if they don't succeed.
Yeah, feel nothing for them now.
Fair point.
But resurgence or jury's still out?
Jury's still out.
Yeah, Jota's back, but I wouldn't say that Jota's their savior.
Yeah.
He'll change things, but they can't rely on Jota, to put performances week in and week out.
Yeah.
Hopefully Jota's, return will wake up something in Salah and Mane's head.
Yeah.
And then, you just have to see.
All right. Just going on to the team in third, United. Only game they played was a top 4 clash, funny enough. United West Ham. United beating West Ham, strengthening their position in the top 4 there.
1-0, no?
1-0, yeah.
Own goal.
1-0 with own goal, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A good spate of clean sheets for United. They subsequently got knocked out of the FA Cup, but they went through in the Europa League. But a good result to secure their position in the top 4.
I guess so.
I have nothing good to say about Man United.
Why not?
Not one word.
It was an own goal, so. That's
3 points.
Yeah, we're not arguing. We're not arguing that.
3 points, I get you.
It's another clean sheet.
Alright, cool then, though. But it's just.
Are we just over it? Just close it over?
Yeah, it's United. If you want to wax lyrical about your team, go right ahead. But I ain't got nothing to say.
I'll wax lyrical from that result. But again, strengthening their position in second. Fast running out of games now, so top 4 is looking more secure. More secure, possibly. But let's go on to the challenges for the top 4, right? So that's obviously United there. The team sitting in 4th at the moment is Chelsea, right? So since we last recorded, Chelsea had a 0-0 draw with Leeds United. With Leeds United, that's been their only game in the league. They've gone through in the Champions League and they've gone through in the FA Cup. But doing well in the league again, still in all comps, still unbeaten under Thomas Tuchel.
And when that ends, that's when the real questions will need to be will be answered.
Yeah.
Because I feel, like I've said, honeymoon period. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. Honeymoon period for him. But Chelsea fans are getting outlandish here.
Yeah.
Thinking they can win the Champions League now all of a sudden because it's the quarters.
Yeah.
They don't remember that beating they got last season from Bayern Munich, 5-1. You don't want that again. You don't want that again.
That's what I say. All it takes is for one loss.
Yeah.
And then it can derail the whole process that they've gone through now.
Yeah.
So for me, I need to see how Thomas Tuchel handles loss
Yeah.
And subsequently, I need to see how Chelsea as a squad handles the loss.
Yeah. Look. In terms of their top four, let me just read you the remaining fixtures in the league: West Brom, Crystal Palace, Brighton, West Ham, Fulham, City, Arsenal, Leicester, Aston Villa.
They could.
So there's a period there where there's Chelsea, Arsenal. Where there's City, Arsenal, Leicester in a row. But the fixtures around that kind of seem alright. I'll throw West Ham in there, but that's sort of 50-50 on their fixtures, right?
Don't forget about Crystal Palace. You don't want to meet those guys.
It's a derby
in
still.
a derby towards this end.
In Zaha.
So you're saying the fixtures are not as smooth as I'm making it sound?
Yeah,
It's not.
West Brom they'll take.
Yeah.
Brighton is also another challenging team.
Yeah.
I didn't see. They're playing City. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, in May towards the end of the season.
In the City, they're also playing West Ham. Those are challenging teams.
Yeah.
They're playing Arsenal at home at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
We traditionally give them trouble there.
Yeah.
Who else are they playing?
Leicester.
Yeah, Leicester.
Yeah, the Leicester game.
Yeah, Leicester.
Also fighting for top 4.
Yeah.
Those are some challenging fixtures.
So okay, so top 4 is still
top
still a
4
fight.
race. Yeah, top 4 race is still alive.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to see how it goes. But yeah, like I said, if that guy gets one loss, it could change everything.
Yeah.
I'm just curious for him, for his sake. I hope that loss comes sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Because you see, it happens. A loss happens anytime when they start playing City, Chelsea, West Ham, and all those teams.
Yeah.
It can just keep going. It can just be an avalanche effect.
Yeah.
So I think for Chelsea's sake, you'd want them to lose so that they can see how they deal with adversities. But then again, I don't care. So yeah.
Fair point. Look, I suppose in this conversation we need to touch on the Hammers too, on West Ham. Obviously they lost to United and they had a draw with Arsenal. They had a 3-3 draw with Arsenal, which we'll get into when we chat about Arsenal. But in regards to them and their top 4 position, so they're sitting in 5th, 2 points off of Chelsea. It's getting a little bit tight below them, Spurs and Liverpool. But West Ham, they've been the surprise package of the top 4 race. Do you think they'll keep it up?
No.
Going towards the end of the season?
No. And for the sake of English football, we better hope that West Ham don't make it to the Champions League.
For the sake of English football?
Yeah, because these teams can't knock out small teams like Slavia Prague and stuff like that in the Europa League. Right? So now we got teams that are bringing down the England coefficient over there. So, i.e., I'm taking shots at Leicester.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was about to say.
So these not traditional top 4 teams go and mess up England. And Tottenham too. go and mess up people's... How do Tottenham...
Strong words when you just lost to Olympiacos.
But we made it through.
Yeah, you made it through. Yeah, I'm saying strong words. They can't beat Slavia Prague.
It's not the same. This is Olympiacos. These are Greek champions. Who are Slavia Prague?
I have no clue.
A bunch of racist guys who were busy kicking black people against the Rangers game. So it's like, let's be serious at that. Last time Arsenal played Slavia Prague, we beat them 7-0. I'm not afraid of those guys.
Okay, fair enough.
But they're bringing down the coefficient. So, like Leicester gets in there, they always get knocked out around about this stage every season. And a couple other teams. So yeah, I wouldn't want him there because last time Moyes made it to the Champions League qualifier, that man got dumped badly, like 8-2 on aggregate or something like that back in the day when he was at Everton.
When he qualified with Everton, they lost to Villarreal, but there was Riquelme those days.
I know, but you see, that's what happens when David Moyes takes teams to the Champions League football. He just screws up the English coefficient ratio. So it is
one day Chris will praise somebody. All right, so that's West Ham. Look, let's go on to the North London teams, and I want us to get into the North London derby. But sort of let's maybe get to that loss, right? So the North London derby came, and we'll touch on that. And Arsenal beat Spurs 2-1. But subsequently after that, Spurs beat Aston Villa 2-0, and Arsenal had a 3-3 draw with West Ham. Just starting on the Spurs end, we've seen Spurs form sort of be up and down. They got knocked out of the Europa League, even having a lead in the first leg.
Losing to a bunch of jailbird managers.
Those results in the league leave them in 6th place, 3 points off the top 4. Towards Spurs, it's been up and down. Top 4, guys. Spurs.
Well, league form, they've improved. I mean, in the last 5 games, they've lost 1 game and won the rest. So I think, give Spurs credit for the league.
Yeah.
Europe is another story. This was bound to happen.
And he played a strong team in that second leg.
He did.
Harry Kane was there.
I watched that game. It was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because that guy, all those goals were like hectic goals.
Yeah.
So it was just, you found a young guy who's on form. And he was there to prove a point.
Yeah.
Spurs were a stepping stone.
Yeah.
But that's the danger of Europa, because there's so much so many hidden gems in that league that are looking to make their name, and we just found out another name. So I don't know. Spurs, sorry, I guess, but
Uncle Curtis, let me put a battery in your back. There's now a lot of flack that Spurs are getting for the style of football and that kind of thing. So let us know. Spurs, top 4, the 3 points off the top 4. Form has been sort of up and down. How are you feeling?
Okay.
Go.
Let me start here. All right. I think they'll actually make top 4 now, funny enough. They're gonna be playing 1 game a week.
Yeah, fair.
They're gonna be playing 1 game a week, getting knocked out of the Europa League. As much as I don't like Mourinho and give Mourinho flack, that man does know how to close out on when he needs something. He'll get to you to where you need, if you get what I'm saying. So with 1 game a week, no FA Cup, no Europa League, depending on their fixtures on the run up, I could see them easily jumping West Ham now.
Let me read you guys their fixtures, right? So they have Newcastle, Man United, Everton, Sheffield United, Leeds United, Wolves, Aston Villa, Leicester, and there's a Southampton game that still needs to be confirmed.
Yeah, they could make it. It's tough fixtures, but Newcastle, that's a win. W. United, maybe a W. You know,
they did give them 6.
So it could be a W. Everton, that could be a draw. Tough game that.
Then it's Sheffield United.
That's
Leeds,
a W.
Wolves, Aston Villa.
I think we forget the classic relegation battles. This is when these teams now strap up their boots and try to prove a point.
Yeah, but Sheffield is gone.
That's the thing.
Sheffield's gone now.
I've watched. I can't remember the exact year. There was a year where Reading got knocked out and they played a big team on the final day and they beat them 5-0. Like, it's one of those where Sheffield could just decide to prove a point to themselves that, hey, we need to go down with our heads held high. Yes, up they're going. They've got 14 points this season, but I feel as though there's still time for them to actually fight well before they get knocked out.
But Spurs is still Harry Kane, Gareth Bale finding a little bit of form. That who knows if he stays fit the rest of the season, but.
But we've
with that run of fixtures, Chris might have a point.
I'm just looking at it. It's 1 game a week. If United made it to the next round of the FA Cup,
but if Great Lacazette decides that it's his day, then it's his day. If Goldrick decides that he's scoring, then what do you say? Great Lacazette will take it.
Hey man, and let's go on to a very interesting topsy-turvy game. West Ham 3, Arsenal 3. West Ham 3-0 up, Arsenal bringing it back. I didn't watch the game, I just saw the highlights and it just looked quite an interesting game. How'd you guys take it? We're gonna go backwards to the North London derby, but
okay, so you want to start with that?
I want to start with that,
Finally.
This guy was glossing over our win, dog.
Yeah, I actually didn't get to watch that game, but I did watch the highlights. It was tied up. But from what I saw in that game, it seems as though Arsenal switched off for, I think, the first 30 minutes. They just completely switched off, and West Ham just took it.
Jay Ling's Ballon d'Or.
That was a wonder strike.
That was a wonder strike.
That was a goal of confidence.
Yeah.
That's a goal of a man who's on a great run of form.
Yeah.
Who just decided, hey, this is an opportunity. I'm just going to take the shot. And it worked out for him. The second one with the free kick where we slept, and then they just slipped it to it was Bowen.
Yeah,
They
Bowen.
slipped it to Bowen. And then I think the other goal was by Sushek. Not really, but it was.
Yeah, almost offside, but not offside.
Yeah, it was headed into his leg and it just went in. Those are just, we slept and we got punished for that. But credit to Arsenal for, snapping out of it, even though they put themselves in that situation. They came back with 3 goals.
Yeah, that's okay.
Lacazette just decided to carry Arsenal on his back.
Yeah.
And he did well for us.
So,
2 own goals, but that was also from pressure.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Uncle Curtis, let me read you Arsenal's remaining fixtures with the question. So Arsenal's 9 points off the top 4, right? 9 games to go. I just want to read you their remaining fixtures because where do you guys see Arsenal finishing, right? So the remaining fixtures is Liverpool, Sheffield United, Fulham, Everton, Newcastle, West Brom, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Brighton.
All those teams could beat us.
I wouldn't care if they beat us. If we win the Europa League.
But that's what I'm saying. All of those teams could beat us. Sheffield traditionally gives us trouble. Liverpool, although they're on a bad run of form, they're playing away. That's their new safe haven.
So with that run of fixtures, where would you want to end up in the league? Or where would you sort of see Arsenal ending up in the league? Or what would they be targeting, sort of?
I think
top 6?
Yeah, I think get comfortable 6th or 7th. That's if things go our way.
Uncle Curtis?
I'll tell them to prioritize the Europa League over this. Slavia Prague, beat them, we're in the semi-finals. If you are playing your weakest team in the Premier League from that week on, just to keep the stars ready for whoever we get in the semi-final, then I say go for that.
Okay, that's a risky strategy though, because you have to win it to get into the Champions League. So even if you lose the final, for example, then your season, how does your season?
You don't make Champions League, you don't make Europa League. I'm not mad. You have all the time in the world to work on the team to get the team to be in your structure. I remember when Conte came to Chelsea and they weren't in the Champions League or Europa League, and then they had problems at one stage. Yeah. Conte had a week to work on his team.
But bring us back to the season. I'm saying these run of fixtures, Arsenal.
As I said, we could lose all of them. I don't care if we win the Europa League.
Okay, but to the league. 9 games to go.
I don't care.
You've written it off. Okay,
I don't care.
My thing about this is I look at this, the Europa qualifiers essentially. We have the easier route to the final than you guys.
Yeah.
But the advantage of you guys having such a hard route is that if you make it to the final, you're already in that mindset of, taking those games seriously.
Yeah. Which
might come back to bite us in the ass. That's my number one worry.
Would you expect to meet us in the final?
No.
Because there's a...
Are you worried about Ajax and Roma?
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. You should beat them.
You'll beat them.
But Smalling could have a blind and knock you out.
Oh, you think Smalling comes back and gets angry and
they're good teams.
Yeah, no, they are.
When we won the Europa League a couple of years ago, that was against Ajax in the final, and Roma's Roma.
Well, I also feel like we've not one team in this.
Granada.
No, not Granada. Who cares about Granada? You're going to smash them, and that's good. I'm worried about Villarreal and Unai Emery trying to prove a point.
Is that on your guys' side of the draw?
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah. A fantasy return, as they say.
All right. And then now let's get into the big game that we missed, the North London derby. Arsenal took that game. If I can find my position. Arsenal took that game 2-1.
Funny how you can't find it.
There we go. Arsenal took that game 2-1. Now, this is a game I want to specifically get into because I think it was the biggest game over the period.
Yeah.
Martin Odegaard and Lacazette penalty, a wonder goal by Lamela. I saw it as a very good performance by Arsenal, actually. Like, Spurs, I think, only really woke up in the second half, but I think it was a good performance from Arsenal. Uncle Curtis, let me start off with you. North London derby, win against Mourinho, shut down the neighbours.
Oh, it's not even that. It's London is red. Arsenal might be 10th. We might be 10th in the league, but don't get it twisted. London is still red. We own that city. So yeah, it is what it is. It was a great win. Up until Lamela got the red card and then Arsenal decided to fall asleep. And Tottenham almost scored twice.
Yeah.
Harry Kane disallowed goal. And I was like, if we draw this after this, I might just give up football because I couldn't have taken that 10 men and they come to equalize 2-2 with a Harry Kane goal.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been devastating. But yeah, I'm happy that we kept Kane out. That Lamela goal was that was a beautiful strike. Like, I couldn't fight it.
Yeah, listen, I maybe need to review it, but it maybe because it's fresh in my memory, but that's up there goal of the season for me so far. I maybe need to look back at the other goals. Maybe it's a recency bias, but that's not up there for goal of the season? No.
It's a good goal.
I think we forget some of the goals that we've had this season. I'd like to review, but yes, sharp, because I'm sure all the other supporters of football were looking, and it was the banter. Everyone was laughing and saying, I'd stop supporting my club if someone scored like that against us. It was all that banter talk. That's why I feel like,
Arsenal fans get bullied on the internet, no?
Yeah. That's why I feel like there was a point where our team just essentially decided, okay, we can't lose this to that goal.
Yeah.
And that's when they started turning things up.
Yeah.
But also, I think we forget that there was a disciplinary issue in that game regarding our captain. He was late for the bus, I think, the team bus. So he had to drive there.
Yeah.
So Arteta then decided to bench him to, show a strong stance, or I don't know what he was trying to do. But our captain didn't play.
Standards.
Yeah, no, I get it. Set standards. But I think for a big game like that was a risky move. Fortunately for him, that paid off. He in turn decided not to play Aubameyang at all because we were winning. But, I think that was a bad move from the coach's point of view. I understand what you're trying to do in terms of, setting an example of, hey, you can't be late. I don't care who you are, but this is a captain who's just come off a bad run of form, who's had a lot of personal issues, who needs those moments to lift them up. So I think in the long term, because I think I might have mentioned it earlier on when we were talking about the golden boot race, and I was suggesting that I think it might be a little bit too late to write Aubameyang off, but I think with this move, we should just write him off.
With him being on the bench for one game?
Yeah, I think this is going to screw up his confidence for a while. It'll probably take a couple of games to build up. He'll come back, but I think this is a game that he needed to play for himself as well.
So, but then is the onus not on him? Because you're saying this is a game needed for him. He's the one that's late. Why are we blaming the coach? He's the one he's the captain of the team. No, he's showing the team the wrong way.
No, I understand that. I understand. That's why I'm saying that for the standards Arteta's trying to set, I understand why he did that. Yeah. But in the long run, for your club captain, I think that's going to hurt him. It should have probably been done, maybe suspend him the next game. But for this one, I feel as though they should have just said, hey, bro, you can play, but you're going to need to deal with this in the next games. Yeah. They're going to bench them at West Ham. He did nothing against West Ham.
Uncle Curtis, what's your view on that?
I'm going to agree with Portion there.
Really?
Yeah, like when it's internal things at the club, it must be internal things at the club. You could have dropped him for the next game and said for tactical reasons. Go lie to the media. Go lie to everybody else, but to your players, they don't know why they got suspended and so forth. So I don't mind that. So I agree with that. It might have messed with his confidence, because he doesn't look confident as a player now. Against West Ham, he did nothing. Against Olympiacos, he missed 2, I could say sitters.
Yeah, I had a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And
he missed 2 sitters. So even with the very next game, you could see that mentally he's not there.
I want to take you guys on this one.
Why? Because to me, I can say you can take me on.
Did you bench Harry Maguire after he came back from jail? Or was it because he was a criminal?
No, that is things that happened in his personal life. Or this now he affected the team.
Yes, but this could
going
also...
to jail affects the team.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
It does.
It's an accusation.
What happened to Middle? What happened to...
No, you guys are shifting now. Here's Aubameyang. Here's Aubameyang. I have no problem answering on Maguire.
But I'm essentially... But that's why I'm telling you.
It's not the same thing.
Dude, please look at how Man United handled this. I'll even give you an example with...
But it's not the same thing. Hold on. Let me make my point. So you have North London Derby, right? Big game in Arsenal season 2.
Yeah.
Your captain, the one who's supposed to set the example for the rest of the team, is late. If you let this guy get away with it, what about when Saka shows up late? Then you discipline him.
But you see, again, we could have disciplined him. It's just the timing of the discipline.
Okay, but hear me out. Remember, I forget which player we spoke about, but you said you're a professional. You have to be professional. I forget which. One of the ranks are. This is to his professionalism.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
And he's 32. This is not the first. He does this every week. He's been a professional footballer for 10 years plus.
Yeah, I hear you. But he's going through emotional turmoil.
So? Like,
what do you mean so?
No, I mean so to the fact of you know how this job works.
Yeah, you know how this job works. But
so, also the report said this is not the first time.
Yeah, but as we say, he's been going through emotional turmoil through the whole season. He had that situation with his mom where she was probably almost died. Who knows how long the effects of that stays away, especially when your mom is...
That's why he showed up late.
You don't know. We don't know why he showed up late. Were you trying to say...
The people who do benched him, find him.
Yes, but no, they don't know why. So
you don't know enough to give him the wrong side of things, but you know enough to say Arteta's wrong.
No, Lucas, we're not saying Arteta's wrong. We're not saying that. We're saying the way that the punishment was handled was wrong. What he did was correct, but the way he handled it and then came out to say...
Which part is the wrong handling?
And like I said...
Talking about it.
No, telling the media why exactly.
I don't feel that way. That's why I say for Arteta, like as for the manager of a team moving forward, that's good for him. He's setting standards. I said it. I agree.
Yeah.
But now you've essentially broken the confidence of a player who could actually change your form. He's your goal scorer. He's won Golden Boot before. So I feel as though he could have maybe just left. Yeah, he benched him. I feel as though benching was also a way of saying, hey, dude, but we'll probably need you. Because I feel as though if it was that bad, why didn't they leave him out the team?
Fair enough.
It looked like it was an example. Like they're trying to make an example. Sure, I understand. But this is the wrong game to do it.
Is this not soft, guys?
Eh?
Like, you wanted the coach to be softer.
No. Don't play it out in the public.
Okay.
And also for me, like I'm saying, like, hey, bro, like, this is the difference between a good coach and a great coach. Because I understand, like, Arteta is still building up his legacy.
Because he brought him back.
No.
In the next game.
No, he brought him back in the next game, but the damage is done.
Fair.
You took the guy out in a major derby. In a derby where he was probably expecting to shine.
Yeah.
And you just decided to bench him. Now...
Fair enough. Look, I don't know. I think it was fine and handled well in my opinion.
Like I said when I was bringing up Maguire.
Oh, yeah?
When I was saying that with you guys, you necessarily didn't bench him for that long. It wasn't even benching. It was because of the legal stuff still going on. And you didn't strip him of his captaincy like England did. Because, I think England did.
No.
England
captain is Kane.
Yeah,
but what
what
England did is there was an England announcement around the time when his verdict was pending So when the verdict came out to say he's been charged, then England dropped him from the squad.
No.
They had named him in the squad and then pulled him out the squad 24 hours later
Why does it feel like, what's his name? I feel like that guy, Southgate.
Gareth Southgate.
What does he weigh? What's that thing? Waistcoat.
Oh, waistcoat, yeah.
Yes. Waistcoat wanker was busy defending him. He was in jail. He defended him. And then only when he was found guilty, because he's like, no, I know this man. He's a good man.
Yeah.
He'd never do that. Like, that's very odd, instead of just sitting back and saying...
But there's different things here. A, that incident happens during holidays. So this is not during club time. B, he denies it all. He denies it all. And then C, it's you're innocent until proven guilty. Why is he supposed to be condemned when he hasn't been... When they got a guilty verdict, they removed him from the squad. What more do you want to happen?
No.
Do you want them to shit on him for you got accused of something and people must be out there?
Did you see what happened to Greenwood?
Eh?
Did you see what happened to Greenwood?
Yeah, not from the squad.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Not from the team.
Greenwood,
United supported.
No, he was benched for a while.
Who?
Greenwood.
Yeah, that was a form and protection thing. United protected him. United did right by him.
Yeah, but that's why I'm telling you that there's different ways to handle this. I.e. Phil Foden. Nothing happened to him.
Yeah.
He carried on playing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is not a set thing.
Yeah.
This is just one of those things where you, as a manager, need to know how to handle it. Phil Foden, they protected him because they know you bench this guy, it might break momentum and it'll mess up his season.
Yeah.
So there's we've seen many scenarios. And so I'm saying that I feel as though, I understand what Arteta did, but if he could have handled it differently and we could have come out of this thinking, this guy handled it well. But time will tell. I don't think Aubameyang's going to score that many goals.
No, it's not. Look. Coming back to the game. Obviously, like we said, Aubameyang didn't play, but the game played out. I think Spurs scored first, right?
Yeah.
Arsenal equalized, and then the winning goal was a penalty. Now we've spoken quite a bit about referees and stuff in this game, so I want to get your guys. In this season. So I want to get your guys' take on that penalty.
Stonewall penalty.
Stonewall
with a straight face.
Okay.
I believe it was a penalty. He kicked him. How that happened? It's a penalty, mate.
Wow.
What? It's a penalty.
Can we just put on record there? Because every week I get told, you really gonna defend that nonsense or something like that. This is one of those moments. Oh, it's nice when the shoe's on the other foot.
No, but my thing is that in terms of penalties, there was contact. Sharp Lacazette tried to shoot and he missed the ball, and in turn Sanchez kicked him because he thought the shot was coming. And then he was going to block it, but he shanked it. And then Sanchez still kicked him.
So I hear what you're saying, right? I hear what you're saying, and it's one of those. I understood why they gave it, but then you're not allowed to defend anymore. If that's a penalty, then write off defending.
To tell you the truth,
then write off defending.
I sat and watched the game where David Luiz was running across and barely touched the guy.
Yeah.
And they said that was a penalty.
Yeah.
And then to go further on, the FA stood by the ref and said it was no, it's not a squinch. I'm trying to tell you that at that moment, when the FA stood by the ref who made that decision, it basically just changed everything. If they had changed it and said, the ref, there was contact. There was contact. Sharp, he shanked it.
He missed it.
No,
he missed the ball.
He touched it. He touched the ball, but it did like that top spin when you try shoot and you miss it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, there's contact.
But it is. Let me bring you in here, Uncle Curtis. So he shanks the ball, and then his foot goes past the ball, and then they connect the 2 feet with each other.
David Sanchez was reckless with his tackle.
Yeah.
He had no control over his body, which is why he kicked my player.
Okay, so if when you question another penalty in this season,
I'm not going to question penalties. The refs in England are great. They are amazing.
No, but
I love the consistency. The consistently bad refereeing decisions.
look,
For once,
it's one of those. I think everyone has benefited from a fortunate penalty.
this might be
before.
Arsenal's first fortunate penalty of the
I
season.
feel as though
That's the first fortunate penalty of the season. It took up until March.
The first one where we can, people will argue and say, that wasn't a penalty. But we've been on the other side where it's been clear penalties.
You haven't been the only one that's been on the other side of bad results. Why you guys are treating it like you're the ugly duckling?
We are.
We've been on the fortunate side of penalties. I'm not saying a versus. I remember my point is always come to say this happens.
But we are the ugly duckling, dog.
Okay.
Arsenal have the most amount of yellow cards dished out for the fewest amount of committed fouls.
I'd like to remind you that your top goal scorer has 16 goals. 8 of those are penalties.
Yes, I accept it. I accept that some of those penalties were fortunate. But here you're going to tell me Davidson Sanchez was reckless.
He was reckless.
Trying to block a shot was reckless.
Yes. He had no control of
Get your
his
foot
ball.
out the way. We've seen that many times.
No, we haven't.
We have seen that.
Where Oak misses the ball, then I could even argue that guy then kicks Sanchez.
No.
Because if that guy connects with the ball, Sanchez is nowhere near.
We have seen
I had lost contact with the ball.
We have seen defenders lift their leg or shift it away in that position.
Okay. I think we need to cut it here, guys. Tell us in the comments if I'm crazy and that was a penalty. Let us know if
it was a penalty. Did the ref not blow his whistle?
No, it was a penalty, and I understand why it's look in the nonsense of refereeing this season.
Just to give you insight,
but if that should be a penalty,
just to give you insight. Aubameyang has scored 2 penalties. Lacazette has scored 3. Nobra has scored 8. One man has scored 8.
Don't come here with your hand-me-down stories on some, he got a new shirt, I only get my brothers also. No. Listen, you lived.
Do you understand that?
I get your point.
Can we please
I get your point.
This?
I get your point. United has gotten some fortunate penalties.
Yes.
Other teams have gotten some fortunate penalties. Arsenal just got a fortunate penalty too.
One. We just got one.
It happens.
It is not a fortunate penalty.
It's a very fortunate, in my opinion. Very fortunate.
At Arsenal, it happens.
But listen, I was happy with it. I needed Spurs to lose that game. So I was very happy with it. But other than that, I think, guys, let's take a break and then let's get into a few topics.